All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Time Critics podcast. I am 1/3 of the Small Time Critics. My name is Mo.
Kem.
And KenKen is still a guest host today. Thank you
very much, KenKen.
Deadline day transfer coming through.
And we still have a very special guest, Dylan from the Popcorn Podcast. Thank you for
very much,
being
Dylan.
here. Appreciate it,
guys. Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys, as you can see from the title of the video, we are doing our review for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's such a long one. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
But you know, it's only just one extra the. Kingdom of
the Kingdom of the. I guess, yeah. That's still. Anyway, directed by Wes Ball, starring Freya Allen, Owen Teague, and Kevin Durand. Let's get into it.
Useless casting, William Macy.
You're just straight getting into it.
That's not going to spoil, is it? We're talking about casting. It annoyed me when I saw him, and then useless casting. Sorry, I thought
let it out, man. Get it out.
Start off with your non-spoilers. Go ahead.
He was annoyed. He was useless. Non-spoilers. It was all right. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It didn't have the same impact as the last trilogy. However, Wes Ball did a job to say we can keep this going.
Yeah.
Especially with the way it ended, which I can touch on later. I enjoyed it. It didn't have the emotional impact as well, because the stakes weren't that high as the last.
Could that be because Caesar weren't involved?
Because who, sir?
Caesar. It's not a non-spoiler, though. I'm just saying. Everybody knows Caesar's involved with this.
The reason I say the stakes weren't as high is because the last stakes were more around the end of mankind.
Yeah.
This was more a personal journey or plot point. But we were talking like the end of mankind. How's it going to turn out? So,
I'll go quickly. I mean, I enjoyed it. Naturally, it's going to be compared to the trilogy, but I don't think it's as good as that. But it is like pretty decent. I feel like it could have benefited from like being maybe half an hour, less. Like cut that out a bit. But overall, pretty decent. Thought the characters were cool. Obviously, we're going to get into spoilers about the story and where it's going and stuff like that. It's kind of funny to me, but decent movie. I had a pretty good time with it. But some things in the beginning dragged a bit for me as well. But
Again, for me, I enjoy it for what it was. Again, it doesn't. It's not a negative, but it doesn't match up to the trilogy. But again, I would say it's a start of a new era. And I felt they've done that well. Whatever's next, I'm gonna watch off the back of this performance. Again, it was not bad. It was really good. It kept me sort of captivated all the way through, because again, it's one of a story that you need to sort of stay the course to understand, because there are sort of stuff in there that you need to pay attention to fully understand. And there was like as I said, we get into it. There was like a brilliant like sort of scene in the movie. I felt that was just done wonderfully, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the same wavelength as all of you guys. I enjoyed the film a lot. I think it's solid. I didn't really. I mean, I think we can all agree like this film was completely like. No one really asked for it. No one really asked for it. And for me, like prior to watching this, I didn't really know what to expect. I was staying away from trailers. I didn't want them to just do like another film off War for the Planet of Apes of Caesar's stuff. And I actually really enjoyed the fact that it is first and foremost its own story, but still uses the legacy of Caesar to almost build a world, and does really interesting things with that, which we'll get on into. But no, I thought it was a solid film. I thought, once again, I mean, the visual effects are incredible. A lot of people comparing it to like the quality of something like Avatar 2. Wouldn't go as far as that much, but still so good. Of course. Interesting characters, some better than others. For me, I thought the villain was a standout of the film as well, even though I do still have a little bit of issues here and there with it. But overall, I thought it was a good adventure, and I do agree. I think about 20 or so minutes could have been cut off. It does suffer from a bit of pacing issues here and there, but
Before you go on, would you say you could watch this film without watching the previous?
Yeah. I do believe so, because again, there's a lot of references of the old one, and there is, again, what I think they've done beautifully in this one is the fact that we are now in a post-Caesar era, where people are trying to sort of either reinvent or sort of like it's a case of revisionist history in regards to who Caesar was and what he was about, and that's brilliant because obviously you get Proximus Caesar. He has one sort of outlook on how Caesar was, and then you have the
Raka.
Yeah, who believes Caesar was never that. So it's brilliant because it's a great starting point to whatever's to come next. Because again, you could build so much from this.
Almost like religion, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is exactly like religion.
How it can be easily misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Raka was my favorite character.
Raka. I was just gonna ask. Someone put out a tweet saying basically these Planet of the Apes, one of them should have won a special effects award by now. Yeah. Do you guys agree with that?
What?
I do agree.
I do agree with that. None of them have won anything.
No, they've always gone up against pretty good contenders.
I can't remember Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes, but I know War for the Planet of the Apes lost to Blade Runner 2049. Which is
there you go. And then this year there's like Dune 2. It's like
it's tough.
Is this the first Planet of the Apes released under Disney's umbrella?
Oh,
since the acquisition.
This is good question. I think so. Yeah. I mean, they're all Fox films before, but maybe. Or maybe I would say maybe War was under Disney, but maybe it would already been.
This one's Universal, isn't it?
Because I did
Universal
get
Pictures.
a Disney vibe,
isn't it?
No, this one's
20th century. 20th century. You're right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Because I did get a Disney. It felt like a Disney reference.
I know what you mean.
We went to the screening, and the person who hosted the screening was talking about Disney a lot and saying these next trailers are for Disney too and things like that. There was 3 trailers they showed, so maybe I don't know. Context clues, I guess. I don't know, but spoilers.
Yeah.
Let me start with the Disney reference.
Yes.
I feel like the Bond and Eagle thing was an Avatar reference. That's
Oh,
what it felt like to me.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, no.
Seeing how they're like the Banshees almost.
Yeah.
The thing that they have to connect, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that had Disney written all over it.
At the same time, you do get like the kind of like the tribal sort of stories, which involve nature, which involve animals, and almost that relationship between man or ape in this case and other animals.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like quite a common sort of story beat, but I understand what you're saying. It did feel a bit like Avatar in that sense. For sure.
We're in the spoiler territory.
We're in the spoiler territory. I just want to ask, so they're doing everything in reverse now, basically?
Yeah.
Basically.
Right?
Yeah, basically.
But see, when you put it like that, it kind of made me think, oh yeah, for real.
But that's what it is. When I came out, I was like, okay, so they're just going to do things in reverse now? Is that just what we're doing?
It felt comedic though. So you see when she said her first word and they were all like, oh, you can speak.
Yeah.
I felt that was a great touch though. No, man.
I liked it, yeah.
I like that.
But I felt like they're going comedy route.
Can I just put my gripe, my first gripe out from the jump? And I said this to Mo after the screening. The kids spoke perfect. There was no gap in their speech pattern. It was like, oh my god.
It's like the generation in it thing, no, isn't it? No,
which kids?
Like
wait,
you get.
You know the little kids in the beginning when they came back from getting the egg.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
They spoke perfect, but then everyone's like
crazy.
broken. What their speech is a bit sort of broken and separated. It's like, but the kids could talk properly.
But Raka spoke perfectly.
He didn't.
Raka didn't speak perfectly?
Yeah, he did.
I feel like he did.
Raka spoke so well. I thought he was from Caesar's Brethren. I thought it was Caesar's Brethren. So
you thought he was Maurice. You thought he was Maurice. Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but isn't it like a generation thing? They're just going to get better and better at it.
No, but when Caesar spoke,
it would get worse? Didn't Caesar also start? He wasn't perfect.
He didn't start perfect.
No, but it got to a point where he was just like, he was like Mandem.
Yeah.
So
it was like Mandem.
Yeah.
True,
So you would think that obviously anything sort of transcending to this era would be the end of what Caesar had. So they would be talking in slang.
I think
300 years, you should have learned something by now.
They should have learned pew pew.
I think it's interesting. What doesn't make sense is technically yes. As you you go down the line, they should be able to speak better and more. But it was because the elders of the tribe were speaking quite broken
Yes.
here and there. So when you compare it to the kids of that same
They should
pride,
be-
where have they learned this connective
It's a huge
tissue
difference.
of language?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yes.
That
like,
was my initial gripe. I was like,
yeah.
but then I had to look past it. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, my gripe was William Macy, man. If I didn't make that clear.
William Macy.
Yeah, nah. It bothers me, man.
And I want to say my gripes were, I think, like, first of all, Raka's death. And
it's just so.
dead though.
okay, so then there's that
Did
too.
you see
And
him die?
people are saying the same thing about Proximus 2. Did we see him die?
That
Really?
was a big drop.
No, but people are saying that, so
No,
I don't know,
he
innit?
was-
He fell into water as well at the end of the day, so I'm
But
not
yeah,
sure.
I thought there was gonna be like a rock.
That's
like,
what I thought.
But yeah,
But like Raka's death and William H. Macy's death, I don't know, something about it just didn't feel earned to me.
Well, William.
Both of them, Raka and William H. Macy.
Yeah, Raka's
And
not
I
bad.
also thought William H. Macy, I thought she just made him pass out. I didn't know he was dead. So I actually looked at Hashi and I was like, is he dead? He's like, yeah, bro, he's dead.
man.
No, I know, but
They left
Yeah,
the
no, I
body
know what you
on
think.
top.
I was
In
no,
the
no, you know
moment.
like
what?
I watched too much MMA to think that he's actually dead. I think that's the problem.
I think for me in that scene, I was hoping that she only put him to sleep.
That's what I thought.
Because it just didn't. It's almost like you've got what's the main
Noah.
Noah. You got Noah, and you've got what's my guy? I like that. He was so innocent when he said I'm scared. What's his name?
Oh man,
Not
poor
enough.
guy.
Yeah,
Sylvia and Anaya. innit?
Anaya.
Silva.
Yeah,
And Anaya.
it's almost like
No, it's in Silver the Gorilla.
Silva.
I
Silver
think
the-
Silver was the gorilla.
Anyway, that gorilla was a punk.
I
That,
liked him,
he was
though.
a punk though, because when he got caught up in the thing, and I was like, good.
Which gorilla?
You know when he was
The villain.
chasing, yeah.
Oh, his like right hand man.
He-
Yeah.
the henchman, yeah.
He had more
Guys,
impact than
He
Proximus,
tried to.
man. He was on
He
smoke.
tried to stop the water. He went like, "Ugh," like he tried to.
He tried.
Oh, that was funny. That was
But
funny.
yeah. So go back to that. It's like almost like when she did that, I was like, you're trying to win these people over, and then being one of your, because their whole thing is gorillas don't kill gorilla. I mean, apes don't kill apes. Yeah. And you're now showing apes that you're willing to body your own kind, which I understand, but not now, not so soon. And I felt I kind of wanted her to just put him to sleep. But it just like he threw them over. It's like, fair enough.
She had a mission.
No, she did. She did. She was
It
killing-
seems, and then
Yeah.
No, if
Yeah.
if you see her character development, she got more military as the film
Yeah.
came on.
yes, yeah.
She started off like crawling on
Quiet,
the floor
yeah.
and that before you knew it.
Because more of her plan is coming
Yeah,
out
it's
as well as the
coming out,
movie's
yeah.
going. So I guess you have to show that in her performance that she's becoming a bit more like militant, like you said.
I kind of, you know what? Thinking back now, what was the runtime on this one? Quickly,
2
It's
hours,
like
25.
20,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Thinking back now, there's so much that I kind of forgotten or just no. Seriously, it doesn't feel like it was
Doesn't
2 hours.
stick. Yeah.
It just I could just remember certain parts that the obviously the first bit and the invasion of their tribe
Yeah.
and then the journey. That journey kind of went out. I'm lost on that journey now.
Yeah.
You have that bit where obviously he gets swept away, but I'm lost. Like I've forgotten that journey. So if you ask me now, how long was that film? I would say it's an hour 30.
That's where it drags for me. Like the beginning
okay.
part is like it takes a bit of a while for me, like for it to get going. I got some decent laughs out of it though, like especially when they saw the zebras.
Is it
What
meant to
the
be a
hell
laugh?
is that? That was
Yeah.
funny.
Is
Huh?
it meant to be a film that you should get laughed at?
There's some aspects of
I
it
think
that are
some
funny.
of it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Even in the old ones, there are little things here and there that are meant to be a bit comedic. So
My biggest
Yeah.
laugh is when he says when the orangutan, I keep forgetting his name.
Raka.
Raka, yeah. When he was basically telling Noah, saying no, they're not like that, they're this and that, and mine just drop everything. It's like
when
when she
speaking,
starts
yeah,
speaking,
yeah.
Did anyone else catch practical effects in there?
no.
There were scenes
I'm bad at
where
that.
Noah and Raka are talking, and it felt like one was CGI and one was a suit,
Oh really?
and there was a crazy blend in there.
I never
There's
noticed
a
it.
few scenes like that.
I mean, I've had so many moments watching these Apes films, and I'm like, how the fuck is that not real?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
literally like so
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
like the
it does.
detail.
Did you? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Did you not see that? There's like an American sort of like morning show where what's his name?
Proximus Caesar.
Kevin Durant, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah,
and
they're on
and
their
I'm thinking,
fours.
bro,
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
I appreciated that performance in the little studio what he's doing. even though I appreciate what he did in the movie, when he was like, "Oh, it's a wonderful day," I was like, "Yeah, fair enough. You deserve this role."
Can I say, it was such a pleasant surprise seeing him play that character as well, because he was an actor that I remember seeing pop up in kind of like films from like the 2000s, like X-Men Origins, and like there was a film called I Am Number 4, which was a great.
Yes,
it was
I've
like
seen that.
Guilty pleasure. That's another guilty pleasure. And like Real Steel, and he plays these kind of like conniving.
Abigail.
He's in Abigail as well, isn't he? Yeah.
Slimy kind of characters.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him back and like kicking.
It's a good role for him. I mean, I guess we're on Proxima season. He was pretty good. Like
for what he's meant to, he done really well.
Yeah,
I think the performance was good.
The performance, yes, the performance.
Yeah.
I thought the character was interesting.
Yes,
Wanted a little bit more.
I agree.
But I thought the performance was good. It was good. And it was a standout from the trailer as well.
Yeah.
Like that character stole the trailer. I remember watching the
Yeah.
trailer. I was like, holy shit, this is
this
is cool.
Yeah.
I think
No,
the
there was
trailer.
one scene where he's talking to her, like he's like that. Talking to her.
Yeah.
That's, it's cold.
When he
You are the concept of evil.
and when Freya Allen's character, I forgot her name now. The
May?
May. She shoots one of the apes.
Yeah, and then he goes
And then
behind
he's
them.
like, first of all, he's standing behind all of them while talking after she does this, so he doesn't get hit, obviously.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, is there
there
any
any
more of those?
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's
That was
always
funny.
thinking about the end result.
You know that whole shooting scene, it just shows what the previous trilogy done so much better than this one that did. Because I remember when is it Cobra when he got the gun, he was doing that. It brought me straight back to that, because that was brilliant, because that's when he first found out, okay, yeah, I've got the pew pew. And how he did that was it's one of those defining roles of like, I remember that. And it brought me back, even though he didn't shoot, it was May, but it's almost like that intriguing. It's like, oh, you got any more of those?
Yeah, I think that's interesting, because one of the things I liked about this film as well is almost like this concept, well, the whole evolution concept, and kind of those aspects working both simultaneously, sort of against each, like going forwards and backwards together at the same time, and that whole that complex sort of just thematic sort of ball there, I guess. And then like the whole question of like, is fundamentally like, can apes and humans coexist with each other? And then you see like the entire thing, the apes are like the dominant force, you know, they're the ones with the tribes, they're the ones with on horseback, they're the ones with the weapons, and the humans are the ones actually being so they're the weaker ones. And then of course at the end there's more to the story. But I thought that was really interesting and really, really cool.
It's interesting that they all have different clans and they all do things differently as
It's
well.
almost like Avatar, isn't it?
Yeah, like all
Are we in spoilers, eh?
Huh?
Are we in spoilers?
We are,
Oh, come on.
we're deep
Mo
into-
moment. He's got a moment.
And I'll say nothing.
Yeah, no.
What did the hazmat suit mean? Anyone know?
Which part was
Why
this?
does right at the end? Why does she have to wear a hazmat suit?
Oh,
Can I
I'm
answer?
assuming it has something to do with the virus.
The virus, sorry, go on.
So is the virus still going on?
I don't know.
So
They look
I'm
like they're in a
assuming-
silo, but I don't know.
So
But
how is Freya?
she might be
She's probably
immune.
immune.
Yeah, there was an aspect in the older ones. I think someone was
like
immune,
the
right?
girl in War for the Planet of the Apes was immune.
Yes, the one who couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Do you remember her, the little one? Yeah, she was immune as well. So even though she couldn't
from
speak
the
for different
trailer,
reasons,
I
yeah.
thought that little girl was
Same.
because in the trailer they announced like, my name is May, and it's like,
So this is the thing. I thought like before, like early on, I thought this film was gonna be like just a continuation from War. I thought the main character Noah was actually gonna be like Caesar's son, Cornelius or whatever his name is, and then the girl was gonna be Freya Allen.
It's
but
funny.
I'm happy it wasn't.
It's funny you say that because he looks like Caesar.
He does,
Yeah.
Like
he
it's
does.
crazy.
and I think that was for marketing purposes. Like,
Yeah,
it
it
was
must
intentionally
be.
done.
The one thing I wanted to bring up, the one thing I felt that was brilliant, the subtle nature of that shot where they met at the end, and she had that piece.
the parallels between the two of them.
What do you think of that with the gun situation?
So I mean, it just it shows that she's sort of prepared to
She was
go
willing.
there.
Yeah, it goes to the point that it's about the militant aspect of her.
Yeah. No, I thought it was interesting. It's just like, I mean, their fates are now intertwined, isn't it? They're both looking up at the same like, and also like, I haven't seen the Planet of the Apes films prior to sort of Matt Reeves' and Kingdom. But I know that there's definitely more of a sci-fi backdrop, like they're actually on Mars or they're on another planet. Yeah. So looking up at the stars at the end was kind of like a nice kind of nod to the old kind of films. But I thought it was interesting.
I liked. I preferred, like even before the last trilogy, I preferred the old school storyline of the monkeys we've been sending to space have gathered and they're on smoke now.
You prefer that?
I prefer that to the whole virus. And all
I think,
that.
it's going to be interesting how this goes because with Rack-Up maybe dead, I don't know. You think he's coming back? Fair enough. So I was just thinking to myself, how are they going to keep Caesar's spirit alive? Because no one really doesn't know much about Caesar, do you know what I mean? So I think they would need the Racker to come back. So
I feel like maybe it's just to do with more sort of exploring the world. Like who else out there are disciples of Caesar? Who else has? Because he said, like Racker said, he was like one of the few, but there's still more out there. There's still more people with that necklace. Like we don't know yet.
That's a nice touch as well. Yeah. That's the window, isn't it?
Yeah. I love how that small detail is just like continued all the way through. Yeah,
like the end where they're both looking up, I feel like that was Wes Ball as well, saying, "Look, we can go anywhere with this."
Yeah, definitely.
Because we literally don't know where it's going next. So
he took his girl to the observatory. That was
show her the thing, yo. That was like Mayfair.
It's a good day.
See the stars, girl.
Look at me, bro. Hey, listen, check my thing out.
See my thing.
Hey, what do you see? What do you see?
Gosh. All right. Anyone got anything else to say?
No.
You don't know that's it?
I want to say, like, for me, the standout scene in this film, like the best scene in my opinion, was the village raid in the first act, where like his village basically gets burnt down and whatnot,
cool,
and you follow him, you follow Noah, and he's basically seeing his dad getting like beaten to a pulp by this. What's the gorilla's name? Like Silver. Yeah. That gorilla was terrifying during the film. That scene reminded me of like those like horror video games where the monsters chasing you. You're constantly having to look over your shoulder. That was terrifying, man. And like, he just never feel like any hit was not stopping him. He was still coming. They're
using cattle prods as well. It's like, what the hell?
And like the whole for Caesar thing. I was like, oh shit.
That really.
Like, when he first said it, I was like, whoa, wait, hold on. That caught me off guard. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
I think one of the best scenes as well was the field. It was in the trailer.
Yes.
But I like that.
Which scene is this, sorry?
Where the whole
Freya's in the middle and they're both running after her.
That was quite cool.
Noah had a heart, man. Came back for her.
No, I'll leave it.
Couldn't help it. Oh my gosh. And
he caught feelings.
And then it's actually pretty well done the way they
did
the
you
girl.
Think that was gonna happen?
Did I think
they were gonna fall in love or something? No, listen.
I mean,
to me.
I think
wait, Noah and May.
Yeah, they were getting emotional, man. It crossed my mind.
I think he's catching feelings. I don't know if she is.
And she has a mission,
she definitely has a mission. Yeah. I think he sort of was feeling maybe a little bit something, but then he went with, what's her name, like the other guy.
Anaya's the bread.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it's kind of like that tragic kind of like they can't because obviously the different species.
Yeah.
You think so? I didn't really get that.
But you tore in the gut.
No, I didn't get it. But it's interesting to ask the question. It's just like because they're both.
Only Wes Ball can answer that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay.
I got a question. Where are the other animals? Why are there only chimps?
We saw zebras.
You see where they stay?
I'm talking about apes, chimps, gorillas, and one orangutan in the whole universe. Where are the baboons? Because they would be on smoke.
Yeah.
Where are they? They're in America, right?
What, the whole
Are
film,
they meant to be? Yeah. Are they still in America, I guess, where Caesar was, I suppose?
They don't make that clear to me.
We see like
what are baboons native to? Isn't it like they're more in like African countries and things like that?
Orangutans are not in America then.
But that's true, yeah.
We'll see in the next one. I reckon we'll see in the next one.
I think, did they say it in the beginning? You know the writing?
No, about like where the
location.
other. No, they didn't. But I don't think so.
I don't remember. They don't mention it, do they?
Huh. Okay.
But it's interesting because I feel like is it all apes or is it only apes that initially had their intelligences boosted and they've multiplied and reproduced?
Maybe,
and is it only the apes that have come from those families?
Survival of the fittest.
So all the apes in the lab, you mean, kind of thing?
Yeah, like that initial group.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it just that or?
Yeah.
But no, there was hamsters and all of that. Then does that mean they?
True.
Or does the virus just spread to them and then they just get more intelligent? And I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know.
I think he has room to explore and bring in some other animals.
I mean, I'll be interested to see another one.
Absolutely.
You guys?
Yeah. Gonna have to,
All right, let's rate it, guys. I'll start. I will give this, I think it's 6.5 as well, to be honest. So, yeah.
I'll give it an 8.
8.
I'll give it a 7.
Yes, I agree. I give it a 7.
7, fair
Yeah.
enough. Guys, that was our Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes review. Please jump in the comments, let us know what you guys think. Remember, KenKen and Dylan Popcorn Podcast, their socials are down in the description below, so please go check them out. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when the videos are coming out. And we'll see you guys soon for more reviews. Peace.
Peace.
Cheers.